hot minute since I've been on here just chit-chatting, just saying hi. So what this video today is going to be is really going to be a kind of like a life update kind of, and just new products that I've really been digging here lately. So just some life updates really quick, because I feel like it's been a while since I've really sat down and just talked about what's going on in my life here lately. Biggest thing really, I got engaged. That shiny little thing you've seen in a couple of my videos. Yes, I got engaged in July. I'm so excited. I can't wait to marry my best friend. Just in case you all weren't aware, I'm going to interject a couple little pictures of me and Micah's surprise engagement shoot. Micah planned an entire, like, what I thought was anniversary pictures for us actually turned out to be him proposing. This is just one of the pictures that was from that day. It was one of my favorites. It really shows us just being goofy, and I keep this one on my makeup table. Another big life thing that has happened here recently, my little sister actually just moved overseas with her husband, who is in the Army. I miss them both like crazy. It still doesn't feel real that they're not here. I still expect to just come home and my sister to be here, but we're powering through. My family's we're doing okay. Every time I'm at work, somebody who knows my mom is just like, "Oh, how's your mom doing?" I'm just, "She's fine." How's Sydney doing? Well, she's fine too. You know, she's making it. Another big life update: my best friend Carly actually got married, and she moved as well. So I don't get to see Carly as much anymore, but it's fine. We're still good. My fiance now actually just graduated from EKU back in May, and he actually got a job. He's working right now, but the job is in California. So, about 45 minutes south of LA. So, with that being said, I will also be moving to California after I graduate. So, and that's another big life thing. I'm graduating in, oh my god, 12 days? 13 days? I graduate December 15th and it is December 3rd. So, a lot is happening. Twenty 2017's been a crazy year. I can't even, sitting here thinking about everything that's happened in 2017 is just mind-boggling. That's what you're seeing behind me. That's what this thing is right here. That's my cap and gown. That red sash right there means I am graduating with honors. Basically means I'm a smart cookie. I got me an education. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to social work. I'm a Kentucky girl through and through, but Cali's always been somewhere I've really wanted to live. I don't know, just the vibe from California just seems like something so cool and different, and the idea that I'm going to be that much closer to Manny literally has me gasping for air. Like, if you think for a quarter of a second I'm not going to find some meet and greet that he's at, you're crazy. I'm going to find him at some point. Not trying to scare you, Manny, but I love you. Yeah, so that's basically an update. For the second half of this video, I'm going to be talking about some favorites that I've had, because I haven't got to sit down and really talk about like what I've been doing makeup-wise here lately, because I've been so busy with weddings and graduations and engagements and moving and blah 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 that it's just been insanity. It's just been pure chaos for the past couple of months, and I just haven't had a free second. I'm pretty sure the last video I posted was from Halloween, and it's been like a month and a half. Actually 2 months now, because it's December now. So, and it's my birth month. My birthday's on Christmas Eve, so I'll be turning 23. So I'm going to quit yammering and I'm just going to talk about some products that I have really been loving for the past couple of months, really some of them, but some of them I just got here recently, but I'm still obsessed with them. First thing is probably going to be the biggest thing I'm going to talk about. That is this little beauty. But this is a makeup mirror, and if you watch a lot of YouTube videos with influencers like I do, you know that a lot of them have makeup mirrors from Impressions Vanity. So Impressions Vanity is apparently a really good, more high-end brand of makeup mirrors that have lights in the mirror. I did not actually order this from Impressions Vanity. I found this at TJ Maxx. This one is really cool because it has this little switch on the back that you can turn the power off and on. But when you turn it on, you hit this little button that looks like a home button of an iPhone. And I turn it off. There we go. See how cool? This is, I love this. I love this. That at TJ Maxx, I want to say was like 17 bucks. I think from Impressions Vanity, it probably would have been about 40. Something like that, 40, 50. It's not a cheap mirror. Let me just put it that way. So, got that. Love it. I've only had it for a couple of days now, but I'm already addicted to it. Can you see my little Christmas tree back there? It's got sunflowers all over it. Some physical products that I have in front of me that I've really been digging here lately. And so the first thing that I have been absolutely dying, breathing, gasping for air for. So there's two primers that I have absolutely been gasping for air for here the past couple of months and days. One is older than the other one. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is the Smashbox Photo Finish Radiance Primer. This is it. There's a lot of glare happening right now. But this is the primer. So this primer, it has, I believe it has a little bit of moisturizer in it as well. It actually has hyaluronic acid in it. So this primer has, I'm going to put it on my hand so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. This is one of my favorite primers right now. So that's it right there, that little bead. Sorry, there's a shadow. So when I blend it out, it doesn't stay that shiny, but when I blend it out on my hand, this is kind of what it does to my face. It leaves a little bit of like a sheen behind. A little bit of a sheen to it. It's not really like a sparkle or a shimmer or anything like that. It just gives the face a little bit more radiance. Now this mainly goes on my cheeks because those are the only areas on my face that aren't super oily. So for the area like my T-zone that gets super oily throughout the day, this is something I've been trying up until I got this one. I have been using my Professional. Don't get me wrong, Professional still holds the #1 place in my heart. However, it's just not been keeping the oil at bay like it used to on me. So I was like, I gotta try something else. I've gotta find something else. This primer is something that I have found the past couple of days, and I've been using it pretty much every day since I got it. And it is the Boscia Perfecting White Charcoal Mattifying Primer. But basically what this is it is a skin balancing treatment primer that controls shine while working to reduce the appearance of pores. The thing I like about this one too that kind of adds to it that I really like is that it has like a tackiness to it. Like it still feels kind of sticky. Not like gooey sticky, just like it has like a tackiness to it when I apply it to my skin. And it feels like it keeps my makeup on. I also have two foundations that I've been obsessed with here recently. One is newer to most people, one is not. So I'm going to talk about this one first. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation, and I am in the shade Light Medium Neutral. That's what shade I wear. I love this foundation. I have gotten a sample of it before, and I wore it around work, and I have never gotten so many compliments on my skin as when I'm wearing this foundation. I get the term airbrushed used a lot when I wear this. I've gotten flawless a lot when I use this. The really cool thing about the Tarte foundation to me that I've noticed is that if you're oily or if you're dry, it really works for either one of you. Because if you're dry, the Amazonian Clay kind of helps to retain the moisture in your skin. If you're oily, it kind of helps to just keep the shine at bay because it is a matte foundation, which I'm addicted to. I love that one so much. This is probably my favorite foundation at the moment. I usually have like my top 2 or 3 that I rotate through. This is my other foundation that I am absolutely obsessed with, and I actually have the foundation and the brush to talk about. So I'm sure we all know what this is at this point. So this is the Fenty Beauty foundation. I am down to here in this bottle. I'm trying not to use it. I literally don't use this unless I absolutely have to because it's so good. I am in the shade 190 in the Fenty Beauty. I love this stuff so much. It claims to be a medium to full coverage foundation, which I agree with. And it also claims to be more matte. I personally find like it's a little bit more of like a natural finish than it is a matte finish. Like, it's not like Kat Von D matte. Like, God no. This is more of like just a natural finish foundation, but it's really good. I really do enjoy it. 190 might be a teensy bit dark for me, but you know what? It's fine. I really don't care. And usually I'm not one to say you need to buy the brush that goes with the foundation. Usually I'm just like, you can use whatever you got. That's fine. No, this you need. This is the full-bodied Fenty Beauty foundation brush. I love this brush. And just because of who I am as a person, I really don't use it unless I'm using my Fenty foundation, which isn't often because I don't want to waste it. Even though it's not that expensive. Honestly, the Fenty Beauty one, I believe, is only $34, to my knowledge. I believe that's right. But it's one of the more inexpensive foundations that we actually have in the store. So I just think that's really cool. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is something that I don't know if I've talked about before. This is, I'm sure people know what this is. This is actually one of the things I had to buy today. But this is the Kat Von D Lock-It Powder Foundation. I'm not usually big on powder foundations. I'm going to be really honest. But I use this literally after I leave my internship and I go to work. It never fails. By the end of the day of my internship, my makeup is basically disintegrated. So I don't wear a lot of makeup to my internship as it is. But when I get to work after my internship, I feel like I need a little something something. So usually to touch up with, this is what I end up using. So I am in the shade Light 44 is the shade that I use. I was using Light 46, but then I realized it looked a little bit too dark on me. I also wear Bear Pro from time to time, the powder, but honestly, this just has such better coverage to it than the Bear Pro. The Bear Pro I wear a lot in the summertime. That's my summertime powder foundation. If I'm just touching up my face or I just want to throw something on really quick, just to run errands or something, that's what I'll do. But when I need full coverage but I'm too lazy to put on my liquid, this is what I'll end up doing. It does its job a little bit better and a little bit quicker. And this is $35, the Kat Von D is. The Kat Von D powder foundation is $35. I believe the liquid is too. So while we're here, I'm going to talk about a setting spray that I have absolutely been digging here lately. And usually, up until this point, I've been very much so a very matte person. Like, I don't like the dewy, the shiny. I don't really like that very much. But here lately, in the wintertime, when my skin tends to dry out a little bit more anyway, I tend to like to go towards the more, like, natural side of foundation and makeup. This setting spray is something I've really been digging here lately. This is the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I got this in my BoxyCharm last month, and honestly I've used this at work before, and I remember when I used it at work, somebody suggested that, I remember I looked in the mirror at one point and said, oh my god, I look really like powdery today. Like, I don't know what I did differently, but I feel like my makeup just is like grabbing onto dry places. So I remember somebody said, well, you should spray yourself with the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray, and I was like, illuminating? And they're like, yeah, just try it. So you give it a shake, because I don't know if you can hear it or not, it's got this little bead inside that shakes up, because it's got like, I know you're not going to be able to see it from here, but it's got like little luminescent, like a pearl sheen to it a little bit. It's not like glitter. It doesn't look like you've just splashed your face with glitter or anything like unnatural looking like that. It gives your skin a little bit of like a boost. There's one kind of lipstick that I have absolutely been obsessed with here lately, but it's a couple different colors of it. So the lipstick that I have absolutely been living, breathing, gagging, dying, just trying to resuscitate myself over here lately are these little beauties, and these are the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigments. I don't know if anybody has heard of these yet. I'm 100% certain you'll have. But these pigments, They're not normal liquid lips. Let me just throw that out there first. These are very different than normal liquid lips. I'm wearing one right now. The one I'm wearing right now is called Slow Ride. Slow Ride, on camera, it's looking a little bit more like orangey. In person, it's a little bit more burnt orange. So the colors that I have, obviously, are Slow Ride. And I'll swatch them so I can show you. So obviously, I have Slow Ride, which is the one I have on right now. They feel super thin, but the pigment is so insane. I can't even explain it. So it's a crappy swatch, but this is Slow Ride. Then I have American Woman, which is more like kind of like a nude, pinky nude kind of shade. I can't do this and hold it up at the same time. I'm sorry. So that's American Woman. I think these are all named after, like, classic rock songs. Like, American Woman, Slow Ride. I think they are, to be honest. This one is called Rock With You. It's like a burgundy kind of shade. I'm in love. This is probably my favorite one, to be honest. Rock With You. That's Rock With You. Right there. So they have kind of a shine to them right now, but once they dry completely matte. And then this is my other favorite. This is called Star Woman. And it's just like the perfect toned blue red. I swear, these are the prettiest colors I've ever seen. They're very liquidy. The applicator is like a fine little point, so it's really easy to apply. So this is American Woman. So again, we have Slow Ride, So this is Star Woman. So we have a Slow Ride, American Woman, Rock With You, and Star Woman. I reapplied this one because I went and ate something kind of greasy and it came off. But besides that, these last so well. Now, they come off a teeny tiny bit when you kiss your hand, or when, like, around the edge they come off a little bit, but otherwise, I feel like I can emote really well with these on. They don't settle into lines on your lips. So if you have drier lips, they're not going to do that. They just feel really good. Like, I really don't feel like I have lipstick on. Like, I love that. That's so nice to me. And I know that when I put this on, it's not going anywhere. Now, NARS tried to come out. They came out with the Velvet Lip Glides a couple months ago. And they didn't really settle too well with me. They came right off. They glide alright, but they glide right off my face. Like, they don't stay. These don't move. Once these are on your face, they're there. Unless you eat, like, a big greasy cheeseburger or something. It's not going anywhere. Just basic conversation, light eating. It's not going to take it off. So now I have a palette. I did have two, but honestly, I haven't used this one enough to really say that I'm obsessed with it yet. But this is one that I don't think people are going to expect me to really like. But I'm going to be honest. I'm brutally honest when it comes to makeup. This is actually kind of cool. It's a little bit hard to use, I will say. You can tell that I haven't used this a ton. Now, I am wearing it today. This is a look that one of my coworkers did on herself yesterday. And I loved it so much that I had to recreate it. Subculture is very different. Subculture looks, it looks a lot different, and B, it wears a lot different. So, the thing that a lot of people don't seem to understand about this one is it's basically a pure pigment palette, which means that you can't apply it like you do a normal eyeshadow palette. So, yes, it has a crap ton of fallout. Yes, the shades are very, very powdery. But if you look at it, the number one ingredient on here is talc. So, I mean, it's going to be a little powdery. But I would expect nothing less from a pure pigment palette. Today I have on Destiny, which is this really pretty, like, mossy green shade. And New Wave, which is kind of like this orangey yellow shade. It's really, really pretty. You guys, if you're afraid of color, if you're not going to wear colors like these, it's useless to you. But I love wearing colors like this. It's a very fall, very, like, different palette. Like, I am trying to find something to use Rowdy for. Like, it's like a deep, almost black toned purple. and I'm really trying to find a reason to use electric. I haven't found one yet, but I will. So, I mean, it might not be popular opinion, but I actually kind of like this palette right now. I will say that when I put on Destiny, that green shade on in my crease today, we struggled. Me and Destiny fought for a little bit. We came together at the end and made it fine. But when I had barely touched my eye with it, and I was using the brush that came with it, and I was trying to blend out the green, and I had literally barely even touched my eyeball when a lot of the powder just fell right down here. So that was irritating. That was very, very irritating. But in retrospect, the palette itself is really good. I mean, once I really make sure I knocked off the excess powder, we were fine. Like, we got along, everything was cool. It just took me a minute to kind of get the hang of it because I, again, was so used to using the Modern Renaissance palette. So I think that's it. I think that's all I've got for today. I'm going to try and post some more here soon. I know it's been a really long time, and I know I haven't been the best YouTuber here lately, but I'm trying really hard. Just know that I really like making videos, and I really like talking, and I really like talking about makeup. Just know that it's not because I don't want to make the videos, it's because it's a time situation. It's not just me having the time to sit down here and talk to the camera and talk about products. That's not it. Because this alone, setting this up right now, has taken about an hour and a half. Just to give you a frame of reference. To actually sit down, edit the videos, especially when I'm doing like talk-throughs like this, it takes a really long time to actually sit down, transfer the video to my computer from my camera, and that it gets difficult. So I'm not saying this because I don't enjoy doing it, because I really do enjoy doing it, but I just want you all to know that it does take some time. But I do plan on doing some more looks here in the future. That's all I've got. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions for videos that you want to see, or if you have just any life questions you have, I doubt it, I'm gonna head out. I really hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. This hair right here is driving me crazy. I gotta check this. Carly keeps texting me. I'm gonna throw my phone, is basically what's about to happen. Carly? Something about she's about to hurt a Little Caesars guy. I don't know what's happening. I know I probably said that very weird. Anyway, I'm sorry I keep moving in my chair. So this this foundation, what is this product? Like really, really close to your skin, like real up in, like but I almost take a hot dog just then. Okay, I'm done. That's when you know that something's wrong. Like, that's when you know that I have officially snapped when it comes to doing things right now.